College hopefuls are wrapping up their applications and starting to hear back if they applied early. But the COVID-19 pandemic is changing the college admissions landscape and making some schools harder to get into. Liz McLaughlin has more.
I started working on my main college essay in August of 2020.
Cameron Grant, a New Jersey high school senior, is finally finished with all of her college applications.
I applied to 24 schools.
She's only seen a couple of those campuses in person, navigating virtual sessions and video interviews for her applications.
Hi, Brown.
Many of which were for top-tier schools, ones likely to be even more selective this year.
So what you're going to have as a COVID effect is it's going to be harder to get into a Harvard this year than it's probably been in 20 years.
In fact, Harvard saw a 57% increase in early applications. Yale had 38% more, a record high for both schools.
The big chunk of students are coming in from last year's gap year class, so there's almost fewer spots for this year's class.
At Penn, the number of students that opted for a gap year last fall jumped 300%. With fewer spots available and many schools going test optional due to the pandemic, more students are applying to more schools, which could result in fewer acceptances to go around.
A school is not going to be accepting multiple students from that same high school in most cases.
So far, Cameron Grant hasn't gotten any denial letters.
It's crazy.
Lending to her positive attitude.
Rejection is redirection.
And like many students, hopes wherever she decides to go this fall will be back to a normal college experience. Liz McLaughlin, NBC News.
Top-tier schools may be harder to get into this year, but that's not the full picture. Less selective universities actually had drops in their application numbers and lower enrollment last year, putting many universities in financial trouble. Well, still ahead at noon, how does a hot and hearty soup that's done in less than 30 minutes sound? Well, if you said tempting, then get ready because we're dishing it up.